Hello there! Can everyone hear me? Okay. Alright. Hopefully... Okay, I think... Okay, yes. Alright, okay, cool. So, hi there everyone! Welcome back! So New Carnival doesn't have another event yet, so we're just gonna keep on going with Dramatical Murder, which is like weirdly topical, kind of, depending on which part of the world you're in. But yeah, so last time we finally managed to get ganked by Noise, and we finally met Clear! Yay! And so that leaves us left with meeting Mink, and I believe it will be our first time possibly seeing Sei at some point. Unless we see Sei... No, we see later on. Sorry, jumping the gun. But at the very least, I believe we will now meet Mink, which means either this stream or the stream after this one might require some censoring and trigger warning. But we shall see whether or not that gets to that point. But yeah, so I'm excited to potentially lord up again. So yeah. And let us get started. And I believe I can do it. Yep. There we go. Alright. Alright, okay. So, we just gotten an order from Mizuki's shop, so I figured I'd take the opportunity to stop by. Mizuki's shop, the Black Needle, is just north of Humdrum Junk. It started out as just a tattoo parlor, but after he turned the waiting room into a bar, it became something of a social spot too. Tattoos are pretty popular in the city, both as fashion statements and to indicate rib affiliation, so Mizuki's shop does pretty well. Of course, Mizuki's one of the artists, so he'd ink me if I asked. I have no interest in that stuff, though. The sun is starting to set by the time I approach the Black Needle. This is dry juice territory. Gang members dot the area. I've gotten to know some of them through Mizuki, so I usually don't have any trouble passing through. Actually, I'm curious, do we see the signs for dry juice here? No, not really.
Ah, Aoba-san!
Okay.
Oh, 久しぶり。水木さんに用っすか？うちに注文入ってたからさ、届けに来た。水木さん、今たまり場ですよ。そっか。じゃあそっち行ってみるわ。
It's not far. Ah, okay, here's the dry juice logos. There we go. Which is actually a pretty cool logo. So, the dry juice space is huge, encompassing several alleys. It's expanded over time as their membership has grown. The members are scattered throughout the various alleys, but Mizuki can always be found in the same spot. I should move my little guy further down. I'm just covering the... Just gonna scoot down just a little bit and shuffle this. Oops. Yeah, okay, there we go. He's standing in front of a staircase covered with a large dry juice tag, talking to some of his members. He waves me over when he sees me.
毎度あり、平凡宅急便です。
ああ、頼んどいたやつか。サンキュー。
I hand him the package and send the receipt with my coil. Once Mizuki confirms it, the delivery is complete.
わざわざありがとな。お前んとこの店ってマイナーなパーツも扱ってるから頼りになるよ。
店長に伝えとく。
この後はもう帰るのか？
なあ。
お疲れ。今から店戻るからさ、なんか飲んでけよ。
じゃあ、お言葉に甘えて。
I follow Mizuki out of the alley. Gang members greet him as we walk by. A few even bow formally, to which Mizuki smiles awkwardly in response. Okay, so one of the things is, some of the Dramatical murder writers, I don't think they clearly did. They probably did like surface level research in some things and not so well researched in other things. And I would say having alcohol and a tattoo shop is like a bad combination. But also, I think that is a bad combination by today's standards because I don't know if those would have been a mess 10 years ago. Because I have heard many stories of people, like, you know, getting drunk and then getting a tattoo they regret. So, by today's standards, this would not be a good idea. Because, like, when you get a tattoo and there's alcohol, it might have, like, one thing reputable artists tell you is that, like, alcohol in your system, like, does something to your blood that makes it a little more dangerous when it comes to getting a lot of needles getting injected, which is what tattoos actually are. So, yeah. So, just a finger waggle for anyone who's considering getting tattoos. Don't drink beforehand. Okay, did I already read? Okay. I follow Mizuki out of the alley. Gang members greet him as we walk by. A few even bow formally, to which Mizuki smiles awkwardly in response. Oh, that poor sign. Okay. The black needle is tucked away in a black building with only a little sign identifying it. Ooh, okay. Let me see. Okay, so he mostly does black work, it seems. And yeah, there's that bar that you really should not have next to a tattoo shop. Stepping through the door, I'm immediately greeted by upbeat music. The waiting room, which also doubles as a bar, is much bigger than you'd think from the outside. In the dim light, I see a few people lounging on couches, reading magazines, or chatting quietly. To the left is the front desk, and to the right is the bar. The door in the back leads to the tattoo studio. While I check out the shop, Mizuki starts talking to the part-timer at the front desk.
なんか今日客少ない？
I ask casually after Mizuki's finished. His expression darkens.
そうだな。
どうした？
いや、ほら、昨日話しただろ。神隠し。
あ
あ。あれのせいもあると思うんだよな。客減ってんの。
え？みんな怖がって出歩かなくなってるとか？
まだそこまでの影響は出てないだろうが、全体的に落ちてるっつか、空気がそんな感じ。
And this is sad, unfortunate foreshadowing.
なるほどね。
Kind of?
あの後、また情報が入ってな。本当か嘘かは全然わかんねえんだけど。
Mizuki beckons to me, his expression grave. I lean in.
チームラチってんの。やっぱりモルヒネだって話だ。
Okay, I guess that's not foreshadowing.
そんなわけねえだろ。だってモルヒネは。
モルヒネを見たってやつも出てきたらしいんだよ。
どうせ注目浴びたいバカの出任せだろ。そんなの信じるのか？
だから本当か嘘かわかんねえって言っただろ。人からとにかく今 リブのチームはみんな襲撃を受ける恐れがあるってんで殺気立ってる。まあでも。
Okay, the line I accidentally skipped was, like I said, I don't know if that's true or not, that's just what I heard. Mizuki flashes a defiant smirk.
モルヒネだろうとなんだろうと、うちには関係ねえけどな。敵じゃねえし。
They have something a little special this time around. Morphine, I mean.
だな。
I return his smile, but something about this doesn't sit right with me. I think Mizuki's been a little too into Rib lately. I hope he doesn't run himself ragged.
そうだ。なんか飲むか？あっち行こうぜ。
I start toward the bar, but before I get there, a tattoo design displayed on the front desk catches my eye. A tattoo design displayed on the front desk catches my eye. It's framed, like it's important. Now, is that Kujaku's? I don't think that would be Kujaku's.
これ、前からあった？
ああ、それ。いや、俺が尊敬する堀氏からもらったんだ。かっこいいだろう。
Oh wait, then this might be Kujaku's. Or, the guy that's in Kujaku's route.
神の腕前っつって有名な人なんだけど、店持ったりとかしてなくてさ、知り合いづてじゃないと掘ってもらえないんだよな。
一元さんお断りってことか？
そうそう。ちょっと前に偶然この店に来て、その時にもらったんだよ。なんかやっぱ普通じゃないオーラを感じる人だったな。
He seems genuinely happy. I guess he really liked the guy.
そんなにすごいなら、俺も一回見てみてえな。
お前掘らねえんだろ？
うん。
じゃ、ダメだ。どうしてもというなら100万円になります。
Oh, goobers.
高っ！ぼったくりだろ！
My coil beeps while we're laughing.
ん？
It's a call from Delivery Works.
もしもし。はい。どうしたんですか？
Okay, so
はい。
oh, Tai-san. Oh, yep.
ばあちゃんが？
Alright, and now the plot is kicking in, I think. After I get off the phone, I explain what happened to Mizuki and dash over to Delivery Works. According to Miss Yoshie, Granny collapsed on her way to a patient's house to deliver some medicine. She was near Delivery Works when it happened, so they brought her there. I run as fast as my legs will carry me. My heart is pounding and I'm out of breath. Adrenaline makes my toes and fingers tingle. Granny's collapsed from overwork before. Back then, it was my fault because I made her worry. I remember how I trembled with fear at the thought of losing her. I never want to feel like that again. I have to get there faster. Granny.
まったく大げさなんだよお前たちは。
That's the first thing out of her mouth when I burst through the door at Delivery Works. Granny is leaning back in a chair. When I see that she is all right, my legs almost give out beneath me. turns out that Granny just threw out her back. That's why she collapsed. It wasn't a stroke or anything. The way Miss Yoshie described it, it sounded like something far more serious. She apologized profusely after I arrived. To be fair, if you're old and you collapse, your bones aren't your bones like a little more fragile, so you could still get damaged pretty badly when you're older and collapse. To be honest, it does feel a bit anticlimactic, but I'm just glad she's alright. That said, Granny can't walk yet, so I have to carry her home. Oh. And this is one of the cutest sprites. Or, not cutest.
まったく大げさなんだよお前たちは。
One of the more heartwarming sprites. Or, CGs. Granny complains from her perch atop my back. I walk slowly to avoid jostling her too much.
しょうがねえだろ。みんな心配なんだよ、ばあちゃんのことが。俺だって。
私はまだまだ元気だよ。
それはよくわかってるけどさ。
Oh, he's so tiny. Oh, and Saizan lost her shoes. do they? Oh no, right. She's holding her shoes. Sandals. Yeah. Oh, look at the little Ren. His little feet. Okay. Anyways, back to the serious topic. Ren patters along behind us.
ちょっと動けなくなったくらいですぐ死んじまうみたいな扱いしやがって。
いてて、蹴るなって。とにかく明日病院行こう。な。
Granny's age isn't about to stop her from throwing a tantrum. The last thing I want is to drop her. Though, you know, Granny's pretty light. I've always had this image of her towering over me. Was she always this small? Plus, this is the first time I've carried her on my back like this. No, you just grew up.
昔は俺がよくおぶってもらってたんだよな。
ん？
いや、昔のこと。なんか思い出してさ。
お前はしょっちゅう一人でどっか行っちまってたからね。
一人で？
そうさ。ちょっと目を離すとあっという間にいなくなっちまう。
そうなんだ。全然覚えてない。
I think it's because your memory got wiped for part of it.
寂しかったんだろうよ。
And then the other part of it was that Desire may have been the one in control.
寂しかった？なんで？
お前が一人で出ていくようになったのは両親がいなくなってからだからね。
ああ。
Right, I only have vague memories of my parents. But I do remember how Granny used to carry me on her back. Her smell and her warmth made me feel so safe.
まあ、お前もまだ小さかったからね。無理もないだろうよ。それが今じゃバカみたいに大きくなっちまって。
そりゃな。この年で子供の時と変わらなかったらさすがにな。
誰もそんなこと言ってるんじゃないよ。
ばあちゃん、昔みたいに俺のことをぶれる？元気なうちにチャレンジしとく？
バカ言うな。私を殺す気かい。
冗談だって。ばあちゃん。
なんだい？
軽いな。
うるさいっつんだ。
いて。
She slaps me upside the head, hard. But it makes me happy for some reason. I smile to myself. I'm so glad Granny was okay. It makes me sad to think that one day she might not be there to smack me or yell at me anymore. I walk quietly down the darkening street, feeling her warmth against my back. The next morning, I carry Granny to the neighborhood hospital. I made sure to ask Kaga-san for the day off, just in case. We call it a hospital, but this is the old residential district. It's an old, cramped facility, understaffed and overcrowded. The building is falling apart, and not even the kindest of descriptions would include the word sanitary. Still, everyone there is kind. They've known Granny for a long time. They told us to come right in when I called. Granny hates going to the hospital, always insisting she can take care of herself. But today, she behaves and lets them examine her. Which is like every healthcare professional, because they're... yeah. the worst patient is another healthcare professional. Maybe she's in more pain than she lets on. Oh, definitely she is. They tell us she's alright to recover at home, so I carry her back after the examination is over. Oh, is this clinic? I think so. When I put Granny to bed and sit down to take a break, she yells at me to go get to work already. I want to stay and look after her, but she's not having any of it. I call Mr. Haga, who tells me I can come in now and leave early, so I give up and head for work. Man, he's such a lenient boss. It's kind of ridiculous. Alright. I'm standing behind my desk worrying about Granny when the message arrives. It's from Kojaku.
Mizuki?
Oh, these. So I saw Mizuki earlier. He's acting weird. I tried to talk to him, but he just stared at me. I think he might have an easier time talking to you if something's eating at him. Call him when you get a chance. We'll talk more later. If Kojaku felt the need to message me about it, Mizuki must have been feeling... must have really been acting strange. Oh, one thing I realized... I might not have the correct chat in. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Okay. Right, okay. Yeah, maybe Mizuki's been pushing himself too hard. I head to the bathroom to call Mizuki. Oh, this is the bathroom? Okay, I don't think I've ever paid attention to the bathroom before. Or knew that there was one. Okay.
もしもし、Mizuki?
At the sound of his voice, I feel a wash of relief.
あ、いや、特に用ってわけじゃないんだけど、なんか話がしたくなってさ。
なんだよ。昨日もあったってのに変なやつだな。
うん、いや、元気かなって思って。も
ちろん。なんでだ。
昨日会った時、ちょっと元気ねえなって思ったから、ちょっとだけだけど。
心配し
Mizuki, you were wondering about morphine conspiracies yesterday. It is understandable why Aoba would be concerned, since Awa thinks that morphine does not exist.
本当に？
ああ。
そっか。じゃあ、また今度ゆっくり話そうぜ。
だな。そんじゃまた。
I head back to the counter with a sigh. Mizuki's voice didn't have its usual energy. He said it was fine, and I thought it better not to push the subject, but first Granny collapses, now I have this to worry about. Though I hope my concerns are unfounded, they stay with me through the rest of the afternoon. I barely get any work done. Arriving home from work, I pull out my key with some apprehension. Oh no, wait, that was not the hospital, that was their house. I hope Granny has behaved herself. But just as I pull the key in the door, oh wait.
あれ？
Don't tell me.
開いた。
It's open. Wait. I think the door isn't locked. Did I forget to lock it again?
やばすぎるだろ。中にばあちゃんいるのに。何かあったらどうすんだよ。
We live in a pretty tight-knit community, but the town being what it is, burglaries are not at all uncommon. I listen carefully as I enter the house, feeling sick to my stomach. How could I be so careless? I think this is when Mink comes in. No sign of an intruder. I take off my shoes and head straight for Granny's room. I quietly open the door and peer inside. Oh, never mind, not yet. Granny is there, asleep under her comforter. Looks like she's fine. I heave a sigh of relief and close the door.
Mm-hmm.
I pause on the stairs. Something feels off. Granny is sleeping, so the house is quiet. Nothing is out of place. Maybe it was just my imagination. While pondering this, I climb the stairs and open the door to my room. At which point, I immediately realize that it wasn't my imagination at all. Oh wait, no! Noise sneaks in first!
じゃ、こりゃ。
Oh wait, I thought Noise came in. I'm not exactly proud of it, but my room has never been what you'd call clean. I have books and magazines piled up on the floor, plus all sorts of other stuff I left out because that was less annoying than cleaning it up. But I don't remember it being quite this bad. My room is a complete disaster. It looks like a tornado ripped through it. I mean, most of it's in the dark. It doesn't look that bad. There isn't even anywhere to stand. All the shelves have been pulled out and the table is upside down. That is true, though. But that isn't even the most unsettling thing amid the mess. A man is sitting in front of my computer, his back to me, like it's his room, not mine. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is exactly what I was afraid of.
泥棒！人の部屋で何やってんだよ！
Noise! Hey! He looks up slowly, like he only just noticed I was there. I've never seen the man before. He looks about my age.
おかえり。
Oh, wait, so some of their computers are like hologram computers? Ooh, I'm curious to see if there's... I cannot tell what any of the stuff on the screen is. It is too small. But I can say, these things look like the copy-paste of something. I can't tell what that is. Those are... At least a good chunk of these are the same line of code of whatever. And that is a giant... some kind of old cable. Molex cable? No, not Molex cable. Some kind of old cable. But like super size. It almost looks like a ribbon cable, but like ribbon cables are super tiny and they're inside a computer, not usually outside a computer.
はあ？誰だよお前。なんで俺の部屋に。
つかさ。
He just ignores me as I stand there, trembling with rage, and taps the keyboard with his middle finger.
おい、勝手に触んな。
この中のデータ、さっぱりわかんねえんだけど。どうなってんだよこれ。ここに入ってるオールメイトの改造プログラムも複雑だし。あんた一体何なの？
知るか。いいから出てけよ。
He rises to his feet with a snort.
なんださ。俺のこと知らねえの？
は？
知ってると思うんだけど。
全然知らねえし、人違いだろ。
Noise, honey, you were in a disguise. How do you think he would recognize you? He stares right at me, then slowly opens his mouth.
この度はお越しいただき至極光栄。それでは楽しいゲームを始めよう。
Where have I heard that before? I have a really bad feeling about this.
これでもわからない？
He pulls something out of his pants pocket. It's a keychain with a tiny rabbit head on the end. It's him! I guess he's satisfied with my reaction because he tosses the keychain aside and looks at me again.
演出としては結構面白かっただろう。宛先間違いの宅配便とか。
お前、あの時の辻斬りか？しかも宅配便って、うちに発注したのもお前か？
ああ。いろいろ調べたら、あんたがあの店で働いてるって分かったから、あんたに来てもらおうと思ってね。別に金は払ってたし、そっちの店としちゃ特に損もしなかっただろう。
そういう問題じゃねえよ。
Anger wells up inside me as I remember how upset Mr. Haga was.
つかあんたさ、前もそうだったんだけど、俺とライムやった時何したんだよ。
何の話だ？
とぼけんな。どうやって俺に勝ったのかって聞いてんだよ。
勝った？
Did I win that fight? I can't remember.
だんなりかよ。
He's been replying to you. Oh.
覚えてないんだ。
は？
あのライムの時、最後は結局どうなったのか全然覚えてねえんだよ。
He scowls a bit before returning to his deadpan expression.
そういう逃げ方するんだ。
Oh, wait, do I need to... Suddenly grabs me by the collar and slams me into the wall. This guy's stronger than he looks.
だったら実力行使だ。あんたにはこっちの方が効きそうだしな。
話せよ。
つかさ。
覚えてねえよ。
Oops. Okay.
つかさ。本当に覚えてねえの。
He stares into my eyes like he's searching for something.
あんた、もう一度ライムで俺と戦えよ。
は？ライムとか知らねえし。
He shoves me into the wall even harder.
まだ言うのか。だったらあんたの大事なもんを壊す。あんたが何を大事にしてるのか知ってるぜ。ちゃんとな。
Okay, if you know everything, Mr. Then why do you suspect you? Why are you still trying to find out how I will beat you? Don't you quote unquote know everything? He shoots a meaningful glance at the computer. I know what he means by that, Ren. He's not bluffing. I can feel the threat hanging in the air. He'll really destroy Ren's data if I don't give him what he wants. But the fact is, I don't want to fight in rhyme. And the guy is starting to piss me off. Alright. So, I think last week we decided, not we, but I ended up asking to start going on Clear's route, but there are still other choices that I can make to go on other people's routes. So should we keep with sticking with Clear's route, or consider going somewhere else? Whee! Okay, I might ask social media for this as well. Okay. So, I think keep going with Clear's. Alright. Although this is a very funny response.
いい加減にしろ!
I launch a knee, trying to kick him away. But I'm off balance. He blocks me with one hand. He pulls my leg out from under me, and I slide down the wall to the floor. Ooh, I'm curious, what is... Nut! is the first thing I see. Okay, anyways. Ooh, what else is on the trash in his room? Not much, to be honest. Oh, and now we don't see the floating computer screen. The hologram computer screen? Oh, nice. He gets his own router, I'm guessing. Side note, it is... it is not comfortable to be on your computer like that. On the floor like that. No offense. He pulls my leg out from under me and I slide down the wall to the floor. Pain shoots up my back as he climbs on top of me. Oh. Don't worry, nothing actually happens in this part of the route yet. Or this part of the common route yet. With a blank expression, he grabs my arm and twists it. Do you need arms for rhyme at all? Because, like, isn't it all virtually in your head? This guy.
腕折られたくないなら戦えよ。
My elbow groans as he twists my arm backward. I don't want to fight him in rhyme, and I don't want to get Ren involved either. What should I do? I hear someone on the stairs, I hear something on the roof. Okay, so if I remember correctly, stairs is Kojaku, roof is Clear. Oh, and another thing that I found that was interesting. Let me see if I can pull it up. Alright, so if you guys could let me know, keep going on the Clear route, or segue to Kojaku. Okay, so while we're deciding, or while I'm getting responses, so one of the cool things I found at some point later on down the line was how visual novels apparently program, the actual programming behind the choices in visual novels, and I believe someone did calculations for that for Dramatical Murder. If I can find the blog post, I will link it because it was a very interesting read. Since I'm not a game developer, so I don't really know how the programming behind games go. But apparently, in visual novels, when you select a choice, there's points that goes towards each character. So someone figured out the calculations for how many points will go towards each choice, and when it reaches say X amount of points for Clear, it's going to go to the Clear's route. If it reaches X points, it's going to go to that. And then for some of them, especially for some of the ending puzzles, the type of choices that you made also affect the points on how difficult or how easy the ending puzzle will be. So, for example, I believe Ren's final puzzle, the difficulty of the questions that show up were influenced by how you made the choices beforehand. So if you made I don't know, the choices that equaled up to 10 points or something like that, then the choices were easier in his final puzzle. But if you had I don't know, 1 point or something, depending on how it went, it'll give you a harder puzzle. Then I think that also happened with Clears, where his timer is longer if you made more bad choices for Clear. Yeah, so that was very cool, and a little bit of cool insight. So basically in this case, picking Roof for Clear would give I don't know, some amount of points to go to Clear's route, and then picking the stairs would give some amount of points to go to Kojaku's route. So that was very cool. And no responses this time. So I guess we'll keep with going with Clear. Yeah. I hear a heavy thump overhead, but I don't have any time to consider what it might be. I grit my teeth as a sharp pain shoots up my twisted arm.
マスターから離れてください。
Ah! Another voice speaks. I turn toward it.
お前
こんにちは、マスター。
Ah! Wait, not the right reaction. Ah, cutie! Somehow, the guy in the gas mask is there. I do, however, remember that Kujaku and Noise's first interaction is incredibly funny. The blonde man stands warily, putting some distance between himself and the new arrival. I rub my aching arm and get up.
お前、いつ入ってきた？
先ほどそこの窓からです。マスター、こちらはお友達ですか？
いや、窓から？
I look at the balcony. The sliding door is wide open. And the lock has been sheared off. Wait, does that mean we're sheared off his lock somehow?
お前、何やったんだよ。
窓が閉まっていたので開けました。
そういうこと言ってんじゃなくてな。
マスター？
はい、マスターは僕のマスターです。
ふざけてんのか？
Okay, this first interaction between the two of them is funny too. The intruder glares at the man in the gas mask, then at me. Hey, I have no idea what's going on either. Man, what a disaster.
とにかくマスターをいじめないでください。僕が許しません。
Okay, so yeah, as I mentioned, one of the reasons why I wanted this cute reaction face to have these little extra decorations is because Clear has a lot of these extra little emojis that are super cute.
くだらねえ。
Don't tell me he's actually getting angry. Turns towards the man in the gas mask. I can feel the rage radiating from his back.
おい、
I have to stop them. Who's going to clean up the mess? Unfortunately, you, Alba. I'm sorry.
アバ。
Oh yeah, and then I think when it comes to Kojaku and Noise, they actually get into a fist fight. The door suddenly swings open, and Kojaku bursts in.
大丈夫か？紅弱、なんでお前？
poor Alba.
水木のことで話しに行くってメールしただろ。そしたらガスマスクした変なのがベランダから入ってくるのが見えたんだよ。それで慌ててきたってわけだが。どうやらガスマスクにはもう一人お仲間がいたようだな。
Kojaku glares at the two of them.
こっちからしたらお前らの方が邪魔なんだけど。こいつの仲間じゃねえのか？一緒にすんな。
まだ友達というカテゴリーにはお互い属していませんね。
とにかくお前ら、今すぐ出てけ。じゃなかったら追い出す。どうやって？そりゃ力ずくしかねえだろうが。やってみれば？やれるもんなら。
Okay, Noise, this is like 3 against 1. He sneers.
なんかやたらでかいの背負ってるけど、そんなのが必要なほど弱いのか？あんた。
Okay, Noise, this is one of the funniest lines that you have. He's not gonna take obvious bait, right? I mean, there's no way, right? Kujaku, this kid is... I don't remember how old he is, but he's older than Alba, and Alba's 23. I think you have a significant age gap above Noise. Don't fight a teenager. My heart pounds as Kojaku cracks his knuckles. Oh shit.
その減らず口、 今すぐ聞けなくしてやる。
おい待てよ。
Fujaku makes a grab for the blonde guy's collar. He nimbly dodges Kojaku's attack, drops his hips, and throws a punch. Kojaku shifts just before the man's fist can make contact with his cheek, dodging the blow by a hair. Wait, if he dropped to his hips, how would his punch go towards his cheek? It'd go towards his crotch. Or something, right? Wait, why am I just watching?
やめろって、ここ俺の部屋。
Oh no, you can hear the rustling noises.
二人とも強いんですね。
Clear, that's not helpful.
んなのんきなこと言ってる場合か。
I don't know about the blonde guy, but Kojaku's normally got patience in spades. When something does set him off, though, there's no stopping him. Magazines and trash and knickknacks go flying, or are crushed underfoot as they scuffle. No. Ah. I don't care about the other stuff. Just please, stay away from my computer.
お前ら、ほんといい加減に。
That's when I hear someone storming up the stairs.
うる
Tai-san?
さいんだよお前たち。いい加減にしろ。
Okay, so another bit of a lore, I guess, or another funny detail from the stage plays, the live action or the live 2D stage plays, is that, as I mentioned, Tai-san doesn't have an actor for the stage plays, and so at this moment in the plays, what happens instead on those screens is that there's this big giant projection of this exact screenshot of her just like close up with that background. I believe with that background. But yeah, it's just that one. It's just like on all, like, I think usually is it one or two or three screens? There's a couple screens. And then this is just blasting up there yelling her line. It would have been, which I guess is also quite funny. The door bursts open, and Granny's roar thunders through the room. All four of us stop in our tracks, cowering as we turn to the door.
お前たち。
As she takes in the carnage, her eyes blaze with anger, and a thick vein throbs on her forehead.
全員下へ行きな。今すぐにだ。
That face!
てって。
A few minutes later, we're sitting quietly at the dining room table. My head throbs where Granny hit me. Oh, even clearer! Of course, I'm not the only one with fresh lumps. She gave us all a taste of knuckle pudding, saying we were all equally at fault. Yeah, you know what, Alba, I say... I don't... Yeah, you know, if you unlocked your door. Or forgot to lock your door. I was a bit scared that the blonde guy was gonna hit back, but he just stood there and pouted. Is clear? Not sitting in a chair? Why is he crouched down like that? Does he not have a chair? Why? Because she's a frail old woman, though frail might not be the best word to describe her. When Granny asked how all this happened, I confessed I had left the front door unlocked again. That earned me another lump. I'm never forgetting to lock the door again.
まさか僕までお商売に預かってしまうとは。
Come to think of it, I'm pretty sure the guy in the gas mask said his name was Clear. He's just as fishy as the blonde guy.
青葉、ちょっとこっちへ来な。
Hey, hey.
I do love that the sprites change from like the normal talking face to that kind of face, to the CG face. I stand rubbing the lump on my head and head into the kitchen. Oh, that is why Clear is just kneeling or something like that, because, yeah, okay, so I think Noise is sitting on this chair. Kujaku probably took that chair and put it over there. That's where Alba is sitting. Because Tyson sits here later on. And so, poor Clear was just, like, kneeling or something. Like, let me see, like, over here. So, here's where Clear is kneeling. Here's where Noise is sitting. That's where Alba's sitting. Presumably, this is where Tyson's gonna sit in a bit. This chair got shuffled over there for Alba, for Kujaku to sit on. So that's why he's crouched down. That is a random level of detail that's kind of extra and funny. Granny is holding a basket full of freshly fried donuts. I thought I smelled something sweet.
持っていきな。飲み物は全員茶でいいだろ。
はいはい。あ、そうだばあちゃん。
なんだい。
もう起きても大丈夫なのか？腰は？
いや、わかるだろ。くだらないことを聞いてないで、さっさと行きな。
I set the basket of donuts on the table, then poured cups of tea for everyone and returned to my seat. Granny joins us shortly thereafter.
人間腹が膨れりゃ怒りも自然と収まるもんだ。とっとと食っちまいな。
やっぱり作ってたのってこれか。匂いで分かったぜ。タエさんのドーナツは格別なんだよな。
いいから早く食いな。
Aww. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of... I think they're an actual thing in... I don't know what they're called in Japanese. Yeah, anyways, okay. Kujaku goes straight for the basket. Oh my god. The blonde guy and Clear, on the other hand, just stare at the donuts in confusion.
食うなら食う。食わないなら食わないではっきりしな。
Clear can't eat without taking off his mask, and the blonde guy doesn't seem interested. Or so I thought. Surprisingly, despite his grumpy expression, the intruder reaches for a donut.
甘い。
そりゃあそうだろ。そういう食べ物だよ。
だとしても甘い。
無理して食わなくてもいいよ。
Granny snorts, and the man continues nibbling on his donut. I can't get a read from him at all. I turn back to Clear. He's still sitting there, motionless.
食べないのか？うまいぜ、ばあちゃんのドーナツ。
Oh, so they are donuts. Okay.
食べますよ。
早く食えば。
はい、食べます。
Clear keeps perfectly still. He'll have to take off the mask to eat, but will he? I watch Clear over the brim of my teacup, wondering what's gonna happen.
あれ？
A donut is missing from Clear's side of the basket. And it looks like his mask is moving up and down.
お前、もしかして今食べた？
Okay, how did he do that? Because, like, a mask you have to, like, lift it or remove it in order to eat it. I don't think that's ever answered, but we could chalk it up to his whimsy, I guess.
はい、食べました。美味しいです。神業だろう。
Oh, because that's a reference to a line that he asked earlier, I think, about the umbrella or something. He ate it with the gas mask on? How? Yes, I would like to know how to. And I don't think we ever get the answer. Yeah. Forget it. I grab a donut and start eating too. And also your nose disappeared. Granny's donuts are delicious even when cold, but when they're fresh, they've got this mellow, flaky sweetness that just fills your whole mouth. Pngtuber has already finished and gotten up from his seat by the time I start eating my donut. Just before he goes into the hall, he turns back and beckons to me. I point to myself. Me? And Pngtuber nods. What's up? I mean, you just had 2 intruders go into your house and wreck your room. I leave my half-eaten donut on the table and head out into the hall.
なんかよくわかんねえことになっちまったな。
I guess Pngtuber wanted to get away from the bizarre atmosphere in there.
まあ、そうだな。
それはともかく、水木のことだ。連絡取ったか？それか、会いに行ったりとか。
ああ、電話した。大丈夫だとは言ってたけど、やっぱりちょっと元気がなかった感じがするな。
そうか。
水木に何かあったのか？
いやな。水木が変だってお前にメールしただろう。あの時、うちのチームのやつらとドライジュースのやつらが少し揉めたんだ。
Okay, because if I recall, Dry Juice was the biggest gang in residential district.
その場に水木もいたんだけどよ。あいつ、いつもならそういう時は絶対仲裁に入るだろう。なのに、なんか上の空でぼーっとしてる感じで、喧嘩も見てるだけで止めようとしねえんだ。結局、俺が間に入ったんだけどな。どうも水木の様子がおかしいと思ってよ。大丈夫かって声かけたんだよ。そしたら、ほっといてくれって睨まれてよ。
水木に？
ああ、あいつらしくないっつうか、何か思い詰めたような顔をしてたんだよな。青葉、思い当たることねえのか？あいつが最近悩んでたこととか。
Oh yeah, quite a few things.
この前、水木の店に行った時に、神隠しの話が出たんだけど。
ああ、あのリブのチームが丸ごと消えるってやつか。
そのことを結構気にしてた感じだったな。
Pngtuber's gang has not been affected yet, right?
確かに最近、神隠しにあったチームがいるって話は聞いたが。あ、
I feel something against my back, then something falls to the floor.
こいつ、あいつの。
Oh. It's one of those cubes the rabbit guy had on his belt. Was it tucked into the hood of my jacket this whole time? The little bouncy noises. The cube hops into the living room.
あいつ。
How does the cube... I'm not going to question how it moves around. Pngtuber chases after the cube.
おい、クソ坊主。今の盗み聞きしてやがったな。別に聞かれたら困るような内容でもなかっただろ。てめえ。神隠しとか、リブなんて今時流行らねえし。
とりあえず盛り上がるイベント起こしとけって感じなんじゃねえの。
Oh god.
んだと。
Kujaku's voice shakes with anger.
おい、あんまり舐めたこと言ってんじゃねえぞ。実際に戻ってこねえ連中だっているんだよ。
I am getting a lot of dropped frames, apparently. Okay, I am gonna try something real quick. Alright. Alright. Hopefully... Right. Is it still okay? Hello, test. Okay, alright, okay. It looks like it's okay. Alright. So, yeah, alright.
知らねえよ。怖えならリブやめりゃいいだけの話なんじゃねえの。
Oh my god.
この野郎。
This is very millennial versus Gen Z. Kujaku takes a step forward. The man shoots back an icy glare.
てめえ、名前はなんだ。
先に名乗るのが礼儀だろ。
てめえみたいなのに礼儀もクソもあるか。
なら聞くなよ。
ちょっと待った。あんまり険悪になるなって。こっちは公爵。お前は？
ノイズ。
I mean, this is exactly what he would pick. So, someone like him would pick.
Nice!
Real friends. Okay. Oh.
てめえみたいなのは虫が好かね
Yeah, those always go so fast.
別にあんたに好かれようなんて思ってない。
え。やろう。
そこまでだ。
Granny breaks her silence to end their standoff with a single word.
喧嘩ならよそでやっとくれ。うるさいったらありゃしない。
すまねえ、タイさん。
Noise glances at Kujaku, then stands without saying a word.
おい、どこ行くんだよ。
帰る。
He marches out of the room.
お前らも食うもん食ったら帰りな。
Clear stands and bows to us.
ありがとうございました。それではマスター、さようなら。
あ、ちょい待った。
I follow Clear out into the hall.
はい、なんでしょ
また会うかどうかはともかくとして、もし月があったら、その時は普通に入ってこいよ。
う。普通とは？
空から降ってくるとか、ベランダから入ってくるとかじゃなくて、ごく普通に玄関から入れってことだよ。
空とベランダはなぜ行けないのですか？
Side note, real quick. The fact that even though Clear wasn't involved in like the room scuffle fight, the fact that he broke the door by just shearing it off is going to be foreshadowing for how strong Clear actually is.
どう考えてもおかしいだろうが。つか、びっくりする。心臓に悪い。
心臓に悪い。なるほど。わかります。
Clear touches his chest. Is it his? Oh, yeah, it's his. Okay.
ここにあるハートのことですよね。
Aww. Okay. Side note about Clear's emojis. I think I did see someone else also say that the reason why Clear has these random emojis is because, you know, you can't see his face, so he has to have something else to emote for him, which just makes it extra cute. And also, there is the whole autism robot thing that people are suspecting, that theorize. Obviously, that's not canon, but, you know, it's a possible headcanon that some people have. Yeah.
まあそうだけど。
マスターといると勉強になります。ありがとうございます。
そうか。
ではまた。
おう。
Clear bows again, then leaves through the front door.
なんなんだあのガスマスク。
俺もよくわかんねえ。
知り合いなんじゃねえのか。
知り合いつうか違うと思う。やっぱよくわかんねえ。
おいおい、しっかりしてくれよ。
After giving me a look, Fujaku awkwardly rubs the back of his neck.
さっきは悪かったな。つい熱くなっちまって。タイさんにもちゃんと伝えといてくれ。
さっき謝ったし大丈夫だろ。
Okay, now how about cleaning up his room?
あと、お前の部屋で暴れちまったことも悪かった。
まあしょうがねえし、お前があそこまで怒るのは久しぶりに見たけど。
俺ダメなんだよ。ああいう折れることを知らなさそうなやつ。
Fujaku sighs, looking a bit deflated.
つか今思い出したが、あいつライムのチームやってるだろう。
ライムの？
ああ、確かラフラビットって名前だ。前にうちのが向こうのチームメンバーと喧嘩沙汰になって、その時にあいつを見た記憶がある。
Oh yeah, okay, so I don't think Rhyme has tattoos or tags or anything like that, so I guess I never actually paid attention to Noise's, like, logo. And this is exactly what it looks like, or exactly what you'd expect. It is kind of cute, though. Yeah. I do like it.
あいつも俺がリブやってるの知ってたっぽいし、多分そうだろうな。考えれば考えるほど胸くそありな。
ライムにもチームとかあるんだな。知らなかった。
チームができ始めたのは最近らしいけどな。つっても効率よく情報を集めるために組んでるようなもんらしいぜ。味気ねえよな。
A lot of Riptides think of their gangs as family, but I guess Rhyme's different. Yeah, so this is what... last week when I was saying that the reason why the Rip gangs, quote-unquote, like, bond is more because they're more found family-ish, kind of, than just, like... You know what I mean? Hopefully that makes sense. Well, you can also listen to last week's stream to see what I meant. Dry, efficient, that's the impression I get of Noise.
まああいつのことはともかく、水木は俺もサポートできるようにしておく。お前も何か分かったら連絡くれ。
なあ。
じゃあな。
Kujaku raises a hand in farewell, then walks out the front door. Poor guy. I head back to my room feeling drained. So much happened today. Oh right, I forgot to tell Kujaku that Noise was the one who forced me into that rhyme match. Probably shouldn't. That'll just give him another reason to pick a fight. Wondering how things got so messed up, I open the door and suddenly feel even more exhausted. Poor guy. Oh no. Right. Holy shit, is my room a mess.
くっそ。
Remembering Noise's cocky attitude is making me mad all over again. I decide to just pick some things off the floor before flopping down on my bed. I think if I had clicked Kujaku instead of clear, then Kujaku sticks around to help clean the room, if I remember correctly. But since I picked clear, it ended up not. I think. I'll get the rest tomorrow. Too tired today. I let out a sigh and close my eyes. A breeze makes me open my eyes. I look over and notice a gaping hole in the door of the balcony. That idiot. Screw it, I don't want to get up. I'll deal with it later. Is that a weak point in how Mink gets into his house later on? Or, morphine? Because, like, no, yeah, morphine comes in first to get Tyson. The next day, I'm so tired I barely make it to work on time. Or technically not morphine, because I think it was technically brainwashed Mizuki that picks him up. That kidnaps her. Mr. Haga heads out right after opening, leaving me and Junker alone in the store. Oh, this is what Noise does the... Business is slow, so I have plenty of time to think about what happened yesterday. Noise and Clear. I still don't know what the deal is with either of them. Though, to be honest, the house felt a little empty once they had all left. Like, it's nice to have something exciting happen once in a while.
はい、ジャンクショップ平凡です。もしもし?
That's Noise? The caller hangs up without saying a word. Who was that? Okay, what was that? Some kind of prank call? The door opens and a chorus of obnoxious voices tear through the shop.
またお前らかよ。
Are you ever gonna expect someone else, though? They don't have an endearing bone in their scrawny little bodies. Now their attention has shifted to Junker. Junker screeches to a halt and tries to hide behind me. No. Wait, won't that make me their new target?
お前ら俺にぶら下がるなっつうの。
While struggling with the little imps, I hear the door open again. Expecting a customer, I look up to see... Oh, snap! Alright, and we all know what scene is coming up now.
Yo.
Why is he here? Noise looks around the shop curiously as he approaches. The fiends let go of me to get a look at Noise. These little brats. Before I can stop them, the brats charge Noise. Shit, he's gonna... Phew, he just dodged them. Kyo and Nao stumble forward, and Mio... Noise catches her just before she bumps into him and lifts her up like a kitten. Mio pounds on Noise's chest to no effect. He just stares at her. The sight is kind of surreal. And then, as I watch in disbelief, Noise does something completely unexpected. He takes Mio's hand, brings it to his lips, and kisses it. Wow.
No.
Mio's even more shocked than I am. I mean, of course she would be. Her face turns bright red and she starts trembling. What a thing to say. Mio's mouth flaps aimlessly for a moment, but then she closes her eyes tightly, takes a deep breath, and... In this case, it's presented as comedic. Noise puts Mio down without reacting. She immediately darts away, pointing at him once she reaches a safe distance. Oh, you idiot. Kyo and Nao were lying on the ground, pretending to be injured after their falls, but they jump up immediately upon hearing their sister's comment. Fortunately, it seems like her brothers didn't catch Noise's little performance there. That's a relief. Mio quickly waves him off. Her face is still bright red. Mio bolts out of the store, screaming. Her brothers quickly follow. Silence abruptly returns to the store, save for the sound of Junker's motors. I thought he kissed Alba in front of the kids. I stare at Noise in disbelief.
お前、年派もいかない女の子に何やってんだよ。
Oh wait, is this when Noise does the I'm a foreigner and this is how we greet people thing? Noise gives me a puzzled look.
何が？
だっていきなり手にチューって驚くっつうか引くだろ普通。
別に変なことじゃないだろ。
いや十分変だから。ん？
Suddenly, Noise puts his hand on the counter and leans over it, looking into my eyes with a blank expression. Something soft touches my lips. No, Kujaku comes in. No! How could you do that to my Alba? Ah! Okay, just joking. Alright. Something soft touches my lips. Did he just...
お前なんだよじゃねえよ。いきなり何すんだよ。
I...
何ってキスだろ。
は
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna wait till he... Does he say he's a foreigner here? I'll wait for that line. Noise just watches calmly as I freak out. What the fuck is with this guy?
普通男にキスとかしねえだろ。
そ
もしかしてそっち系
Are you... If I had a wrist, if I had a tentacle that moved, are you Flick's wrist? You know what I mean?
は
Noise is just so casual about it, I start to wonder if I'm the one with the problem. Is it normal for dudes to kiss? No, no way. But it doesn't seem like Noise did that to upset me. Pull your shit together, Alba. He's the weird one, totally. There's nothing wrong with me, at least I don't think there is. And I mean, there are plenty of guys who get handsy even outside of romantic contexts. I guess he's just one of those. Probably. I wipe my lips off with the back of my hand and take a deep breath to calm down.
つかお前そもそもなんでここに来たんだよ。
Again, Noise looks straight into my eyes.
あんた、俺のチームに入れ。
So many guys want him in their gangs.
は
Where did that come from? Wait, does that mean Noise just like kisses all of his gang members?
チームってライムのか？
そうだ。
I don't remember what these do. Alright. So, if anyone's watching in the chat, which one? Okay. Well, I feel like sticking along with Clear's route now that we are getting on it, so I tell him to get lost. I thought there was a Noise Alba kissing sprite, CG, but I guess not.
絶対嫌だ。
Noise just looks at me.
じゃあ入るって言うまで毎日ここに通う。
And I don't know, is that incel behavior? That would be considered incel behavior today, right? What the hell? He's like a little kid. And that is kind of foreshadowing towards his backstory.
昔やってた時は強かっただろ、ライム。
やってねえし、人違いだろ。
Noise falls silent. His gaze is so sharp it makes me flinch. What's wrong with him?
まあ今日の本題はそこじゃない。
Noise releases me from his gaze and lets out a frustrated sigh.
今日はこの店の前であるんだよ。
何が
Rhyme.
ライム。
ライム？
この辺りが今日の雨水の発生ポイントだ。俺らの予想は9割方当たる。
I frown, not understanding. But then I hear cheers from outside.
行くぞ。
You're in the middle of work.
いいから来い。
Noise steps behind the counter and grabs me by the arm. I don't think you should kidnap people from their jobs.
おい話せよ、店番が。
うるさい。
I barely manage to grab Ren before he drags me outside. I mean, I guess it is right in front of the shop. Outside, I see that the usually deserted alley is teeming with excitement. Noise and I joined the gathering crowd.
ポイントはこの辺りだ。
Ooh, okay, I'm gonna try to see if I can see other people's outmates. No. Oh, whoa, hang on. How many Usagi Modokis does he have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 alone that are visible. Although I bet Noise cosplayers probably have it figured out. Side note, if anyone's on some social media platforms, there is someone that is actually making a Usagi Modoki cube that is actually, I believe, actually programmed with sounds and possibly some other stuff. I don't quite remember, but I remember seeing it, and it was really cool. So I hope the person finishes the project and then, like, you know, shows it to people. Noise stops once we've entered the dark alleyway. He's already holding a bunny cube in his hand.
それ、お前のオールメイトか？
ああ。
Sure is weird for a guy like him to be using such a cute allmate.
そろそろだ。
Exactly. Or, well, exactly about the cute part, but... A faint light blossoms in one corner of the alley. Miku. Okay, I'm gonna try to see if I can see... Nope, I can't see anyone else's. A ring of light appears in the empty space, and Usui materializes from the feet up. The crowd cheers, attracting even more people from the street.
言った通りだろ。
おお。
あんた出てみなよ。
だから嫌だって。
これでもか？
Noise raises an eyebrow, and I feel my bag rise into the air. I spin around. A bunny cube is holding my bag by the strap. Okay, how are these bunny cubes floating in the air and lifting things and carrying things? I can imagine if a couple of them came together, that still doesn't explain how they defy gravity and motion and stuff like that without, like, I don't know, propellers or anything. When did that get there?
お前。
さあ、どうする？
I don't think it'll be easy. It should be pretty easy to grab. It's just a cube. The crowd is so thick that even if I snatch my bag back, I won't be able to get away. You're incredibly easy to steal from, I guess. Oh, it's so cute! Just then, something flips through the air and slams into the bunny cube holding my bag. The crowd stirs, then parts to allow someone through.
Yo!
Hey! It's Kojaku. It must have been Benny who rammed Noise's cube. Several Benny Shigure members are with him too. He picks up my bag from where it fell.
紅雀。
青葉、今日はどうした？また配達の途中か？
Kojaku shoots Noise a glare.
なんでお前がここにいるんだよ。
あんたに説明する必要はねえな。
ライムか。
そっちこそわざわざなんだよ。筋肉バカのリブが参加したってライムじゃ秒殺だぜ。
だとてめえ。
Oh wait, he has a face. Oh yeah, I remember some gang members had faces.
やめろ。
Kojaku grabs his teammate by the shoulder.
ガキがあんまり調子に乗るなよ。言い過ぎだ。
事実だろ。
調子に乗るなっつってんだよ。
知るか。
This is...
てめえと話してると本気でライムが嫌になるな。
いいんじゃね。リブに好かれたいとか誰も思ってねえだろうし。
Well, this got interesting fast. As their hostility ripples outward through the crowd, each side's members begin to gather around their leader. Oh, this is the moment when we see them in that new CG. Rib versus Rhyme. The two groups glare at each other, powder keg waiting for a spark.
おい、二人ともちょっと。
だいたい今時力とか拳とか古いんだよ。ダセえな。
頭ん中だけで戦ったって得るもんなんざ何もねえだろ。ただの現実逃避だ。
筋肉だるまは考え方が硬い。話になんね
え。おい。
頭でっかちのもやしには言われたくねえな。
I think Kojaku's taller, so like you're more likely to. Well, I mean, I guess you're not as skinny as a beanpole, whereas Noise is definitely skinny.
もやしじゃねえし。
そうか？俺にとっちゃ十分もやしだったがな。
Oh. That's the same dark tone of voice Kojaku used yesterday before they started fighting in my room. Noise closes his mouth and meets Kojaku's stare for stare. Wait, meets Kojaku's stare for stare.
お前、ラフラビットだろ？ムジナのライマーチームの。最近はこの辺まで出しゃばってきてるみてえだな。ライムの予想屋とかやってるらしいが、そんなことで耳っちい金稼いで喜んでんじゃねえよ。
取引だ。この地区にも俺たちの情報を欲しがる奴が山ほどいる。だから取引も成立する。あんたらとは頭の使い方が違うんだ。
Oops.
だから取引も成立する。あんたらとは頭の使い方が違うんだよ。
For a few moments, Noise and Kojaku stare at each other in silence.
ここらで一発蹴りつけとくか。
Okay, one last time to try to see if we can see anyone's all mates. Okay, nope.
くだらねえけど、あんたのことは気に食わねえ。潰してやるよ。
Sorry, okay. Okay, I think it's a waste of time, but I don't like you, so sure, I'll kick your ass. In no time at all, the crowd has split in two. Those gathered around Usui for the rhyme battle, and those watching the fight between Noise and Kojaku. Alright, I'm gonna try to see if I can see anyone's mates in the background, and aside from noise, I don't see anyone else's. Oh wait, I also realized. Oh my god, some of these faces. Those guys in the back. Oh, I noticed they were making those faces because rabbits. Oh. Okay. And then that is just a middle finger. Side note, here's a funny thing that I never noticed about Noise's costume until someone else pointed it out to me. But apparently, Noise, and looking at it now, Noise's outfit is not black and green. That's actually a really dark shade of navy. That's like the cool toned version of Kujaku's hair. Because Kujaku's hair is actually like really, 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 really dark blue too. It's not like solid black. So, yeah. Mind blown. This whole time I thought it was black. From the looks of it, the crowd around us is bigger. Things are quickly spiraling out of control.
二度と生意気な口が聞けなくなるようにしてやる。
言ってろ。
Noise just smirks and cracks his neck. Should I do something? Or shouldn't I do something? I don't remember what this does. I do not remember what this does. Should I ask? I think this one doesn't really matter. Or, well, I guess technically we're still tallying up points to get to whichever character. So we haven't, like, totally settled on Clear's route yet. Right. I think, you know what? I think I'll just call it to Kujaku, because why not?
おい、コウジャク、お前こんなとこで何本気になってんだよ。
Yeah, why are you getting worked up by a 19-year-old?
悪いな、アーバー。ここまで言われちまったらよ、締めとかねえと示しがつかねえんだよ。
そうだそうだ。コウジャクさん、やっちまえ。
Neither man seems to have any interest in stopping. Uh-oh. Quite the opposite. In fact, they're both obviously itching for a fight.
そんじゃ、行くぜ。
And alright, the moment Kujaku and Noise make contact, the Riptides and Rhymers surrounding them start to brawl. Alright, can I see anyone? Nope, it's just... Oh, there are girls in here. Or at least... Actually, I'm not sure they're girls. But this one is like shorter and has long hair, so that one might be a girl. That one could be either or. Oh, this one is either wearing hakama pants or a skirt. So that could be either a girl or just someone in hakama pants. Those two are having a rough time. Or they're bored. It quickly devolves into total chaos, with people who clearly just want to fight getting in on the action. The alley shakes with their howls of joy. Forget about other people. I've got to stop Kujaku and Noise. But before I can come in between them, a man comes flying at me. Akushima? Oh, poor Alba. I jump out of the way as he winds up for a punch, and he tumbles forward when it misses. I instinctively top down at his unguarded neck. Yeah! His knees buckle and he falls on his face. That was close. I'm gonna get dragged into this if I'm not careful. You're already dragged in. Oh, okay, these guys don't have faces now. Too late. A man whips his arm toward me. I spot the glint of steel.
マジでシャレになんねっての。
When he stabs at me again, I catch his arm and pull it down, kneeing him in the chin. Ooh, ouch. As he stumbles. Yeah, so this is why I think I said that, like, in a fight between Aiden and Alba, Alba's clearly his ass. He actually knows how to fight. Even if he doesn't. Well, and he does have magic powers on top of his fighting skills. The man drops the knife as he falls backward, and I kick it away. I also give him a gentle kick in the face. Gentle kick in the face while I'm at it.
だく。
I look around and quickly locate Kojaku and Noise. They're going at it like a pair of wolves, oblivious to the chaos around them.
コジャク、ノイ。
貴様ら、何やってる?
Oh, Akushima. Instantly, the fighting stops. Everyone turns to face the voice that tore through the alley like a thunderclap. And then, everyone starts running. It's Akushima. Armed policemen flood the alley.
なんだなんだ何の騒ぎだ? ライムかリブかどっちにしろ全員死刑だ!
Please.
Over!
Kojaku fights his way to me against the flow of the crowd.
ノイズは
とっくに逃げた. 俺たちもさっさと逃げるぞ.
But what about work? Kojaku grabs my arm and we start running. But work! I mean, yeah, technically getting into a random brawl. But still. We race down the alley, Akushima's shouts echoing behind us. Is this background just the previous one flipped? I think so. Once we've lost him, Kojaku and I slow to a stop. I'm completely out of breath.
ここまで来れば大丈夫だろう。
ああ。
Oh yeah, so if I had picked approach Noise, I think this would have gone on to Noise. Kojaku turns around to double check, then flashes me an apologetic look.
すまねえ。お前んちでもやっちまったのに、また騒ぎにしちまった。つい頭に血が上って、あのクソ坊主。
Kojaku's expression turns more serious.
青葉。お前に辻斬りのライム仕掛けたのって、あいつだろ。
あ
I gape. He hit the nail. Alba's gaping. I gape. He hit the nail on the head.
やっぱり知ってたのか。そうなんじゃねえかとは思ってたが。
ごめん。
いや、責めるつもりはねえ。だがあいつ、辻斬りの後もお前に付きまとってるんだろ？何があったんだ？
なんつうかその。
There's no point hiding it anymore.
あいつにライム仕掛けられた時、俺どうすりゃいいか全然わかんなくて。ライムなんてやったことねえし。最後は気失ったみたいで、記憶がないんだけど、あいつが言うには、俺が勝ったって。
お前が？
なあ。でもそんなの全然覚えてねえし、そもそも俺が勝てるわけねえし。でも、あいつは俺が勝ったって聞かなくて。
それじゃあ、お前に負けた恨みを晴らすためにくっついてるってのか。 プライドだけは一丁前だな、あのクソ坊主。ライムだろうとなんだろうと負けは負けだ。潔く認めて終わるのが男ってもんだろうが。しかもお前気失っちまったんだろ。なのにその言いがかりってのはただの嫌がらせにしか聞こえねえけどな。
まあな。
どうした？何か気にかかることでもあるのか？
ライムやってる時さ、誰かの声が聞こえたんだよな。
どういう意味だ？あいつじゃなく？
It was your other self.
違うと思う。聞こえたっつうより、声が耳の中で響いたっつうか。それで俺、レンに指示を出せたんだよな。戦い方が直感的に分かったような感じで。
ライムはやったことないんだよな、お前。
ああ。なのに、なんで指示なんか出せたのか、自分でもよくわかんねえ。それがちょっと嫌な感じで。
Okay. Yeah, I don't know how I gave those commands. It's creepy, man. I grow more and more anxious as I recall what happened. By the end, I'm looking at my feet. Fujaku gently claps me on the shoulder.
あんまり考えすぎんな。お前の昔からの悪い癖だ。じゃねえとレンに青葉思考がパンクしそうだとか言われちまうぞ。
Man, oh, that is so cute. The fact that he knows what Ren is like too. When, like, I'm pretty sure Alba didn't have Ren when they were childhood friends. So, that's cute.
ああ。
Oyaku's Ren impression makes me smile a little.
お前もいきなりライムに引っ張り込まれて混乱してるのかもしれねえし。でも何かあったらいつでも俺に言えよ。
なあ、サンキュー。
タエさんにはいつもうまい飯作ってもらってるからな。
そこかよ。
Man, I really like their banter. I will say, even if Clear's my favorite character, like, I do really appreciate Kujaku and Alba's, like, friendship and relationship. The same thing with Mizuki. You know, justice for Mizuki. Laughing with Kujaku has lightened my mood a little. Yeah, not that I'm an expert or anything, but I guess keeping your fears bottled up isn't good for you. Also, I think after this conversation, I might either have a break or might end the stream. TBA. Sometimes it's better just to tell someone what you're feeling.
そうだ。ドライジュースのやつらに挨拶してくか？
Alba, honey, you're still in the middle of work.
だな。水木のことも気になるし。ってあ、
どうした？
つうか俺仕事中だし、羽賀さんが外出しちゃってて店番してたんだよ。
Oh, you dumbass.
おいおい、まずいんじゃねえか？
電話してみる。
I frantically call Mr. Haga on my coil.
ジャンクショップ平凡です。
羽賀さん、すいません、俺。
ああ、青葉君。店にいないからどうしたのかと思いましたが、何か急用でしたか？
Man, any other employer would have fired Alba by now.
その。
Telling him about noise won't help. I have no idea how to explain the situation, so I just bullshit my way through, apologizing profusely. Mr. Haga seems perplexed, but he forgives me.
今日はもう大丈夫ですよ。私がいますし。
Bro, you are way too nice.
本当にすいませんでした。気をつけます。
Oh, come to think of it, what was the excuse?
分かってます。それじゃあお疲れ様でした。気をつけて。お疲れ様でした。
Oh, but I wonder... Okay, I might have to replay when we get to the part where they're starting to kick off the plot for real, for real. Because I realize there might be a reason why Mr. Haga just is way too nice to Alba.
大丈夫だったか？
なあ、一応。
Mr. Haga may have left me off the hook. I sure am an... Mr. Haga may have left me off the hook, but I sure am a failure as an adult. Sigh. Aren't we all? I'll have to make it up to him later. Okay, so... I am... Okay, I was really hoping to be able to get to Mink. Because we still haven't seen Mink yet. At least, like, not for reals. But I will admit I am getting very tired at this point. So... I think... Yeah, I think I will probably pause here and we'll continue next time. Especially since I also had quite a few technical issues. But yeah, and I might, depending on how things go, I was hoping we'd be able to get to some of the political stuff, but oh well, didn't get to it much. But yeah, so there's more exciting stuff to come. Do not worry, there will be more actual plot and things like that. This was currently mostly still just a lot of setup, and I was like, also I was pretty sure there was a CG of Noise kissing Alba, but I guess not. But yeah, anyways, so yeah, very tired for today, but next week I will try to get more, and hopefully we can finally either finish the common route or at least get to Mink, because like Mink is controversial, but I think more educated people are more qualified to talk about why he's controversial. So, yeah. All right. So, enough rambling, but I cannot wait to get to the next part. And yeah. So thank you anyone who was watching during the stream, whether you were lurking or like, etc. And also thank you to anyone watching the VODs later on. I hope you're enjoying the lore dumps that I'm giving. Yeah. Alright. So, thank you and have a good night. Bye.